Imagine owning an EV that goes over 700 miles on a single charge, keeps almost all of its battery capacity after 3 years, works reliably in hot or cold weather, recharges in just 10 minutes, and costs about the same as an ICE car. That's the kind of offer that's almost impossible to turn down. And that's exactly the situation consumers may soon face as Toyota prepares to mass produce a groundbreaking new battery. Yes, we're talking about Toyota's solid-state battery, which the company claims could deliver up to 742 miles of range in an EV. So the big question is, are we looking at the next holy grail of EV technology, or just another bold promise that never makes it out of the lab? Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. Great to have you with me. I'm Mike. Stick around by subscribing. There's a lot more interesting stuff coming, and my goal is 100 subscribers this week. Okay, let's talk about Toyota's solid-state batteries now. You know, today's lithium-ion batteries come with real drawbacks. They can degrade over time, swell when temperatures change, or even leak if they're damaged, largely because they rely on liquid electrolytes. Those safety concerns have been impossible to ignore and have pushed the industry to look for something better. That's why automakers have spent years trying to move away from liquid electrolytes and towards solid-state designs, hoping to break through the long-standing limits of conventional lithium batteries. For EVs, this shift could be a game-changer in both safety and efficiency. When it comes to solid-state batteries, Toyota stands out as one of the early leaders. The company says this technology could start appearing in its electric vehicles as soon as 2027. Toyota clearly sees solid-state batteries as its ticket to regaining lost ground against rivals like Tesla and BYD, using them to push its EVs to an entirely new level. Skepticism is natural, but there are already signs that could spell trouble for other automakers if Toyota delivers. Toyota claims its solid-state batteries could enable EVs to travel up to 745 miles on a single charge, an eye-opening figure that rivals, and in some cases beats, many gas-powered cars. To put things in perspective, even Tesla's latest 4680 battery only gives the Cybertruck about 340 miles of range with a massive 123 kilowatt-hour battery pack. Solid-state batteries really shine when it comes to weight and energy density, especially compared to conventional lithium-ion batteries. We're talking about nearly 400 watt-hours per kilogram versus roughly 250 watt-hours per kilogram for today's lithium batteries. That's a massive jump, meaning you can store a lot more energy without adding extra weight. For electric vehicles, where every pound affects range, efficiency, and performance, this advantage is hard to overstate. Toyota points out that this leap in energy density comes from using more advanced materials. Traditional lithium batteries usually rely on lithium metal at the anode and materials like graphite or silicon at the cathode. Solid-state batteries, however, open the door to far more powerful options. The anode can use high-voltage materials, while the cathode may be made from lithium-rich manganese compounds or silicon-carbon composites. This flexibility in material choice is what allows solid-state batteries to pack so much more energy into the same space, and it's a big reason why Toyota sees them as the future of EVs. The Japanese auto giant says it aims to produce commercial solid-state batteries by 2027, and Toyota EVs will be crazy with these solid-state packs. So, what kind of charging performance can Toyota solid-state batteries actually deliver? On top of offering much higher energy density than conventional lithium-ion batteries, solid-state batteries bring another huge advantage to the table: much faster charging. This is one of the features that makes them so appealing for electric vehicles. Toyota says the solid-state batteries it's currently developing can charge from 10% to 80% in 10 minutes or less. That dramatically cuts down charging time, bringing it close to how long it takes to fill up a gas tank, one of the biggest pain points for EV drivers today. The reason this is possible comes down to the solid electrolyte. It has much higher ion conductivity, which allows lithium ions to move faster through the battery, speeding up the entire charging process. In some cases, solid-state batteries can reach 80% charge in about 15 minutes, with less long-term damage than traditional lithium batteries, though achieving this depends on specific design choices and materials. Solid-state batteries can use metal oxides, metal sulfides, or solid polymers as electrolytes, with sulfur-based materials playing a key role in faster charging. Sulfur is relatively soft, allowing ions to move through it more easily and smoothly than through many other electrolytes. That means less resistance and quicker charge times. Oxide-based electrolytes offer another benefit. They can handle higher voltages, allowing more ions to pass through safely. Some studies even suggest that solid-state batteries can handle more than 5 times the number of charge cycles compared to lithium-ion batteries, significantly extending their overall lifespan. Which leads to the next big question. Just how safe are Toyota solid-state batteries? Liquid electrolytes are highly flammable, which is why battery fires, while rare, get so much attention. This is where Toyota and other solid-state battery developers sound especially confident. Solid-state batteries don't use liquid electrolytes, which means they eliminate one of the main sources of fire risk. Toyota solid-state batteries are far more heat-resistant than traditional lithium-ion batteries because their solid electrolytes have much higher melting points and are far less likely to ignite. Put simply, liquids absorb and transfer heat faster than solids, which makes liquid-based batteries more vulnerable under extreme conditions. In hot environments, conventional lithium-ion batteries are known to face serious risks, including thermal runaway and even explosions, something the EV industry has been dealing with for years. Toyota researchers say safety has been a top priority from the very early stages of solid-state battery development, especially when it comes to handling high temperatures. That said, solid-state batteries aren't flawless. While they're much less likely to suffer thermal runaway from overcharging or internal short circuits, recent tests show they can still catch fire if they're severely crushed or punctured. In a major crash where the battery pack takes heavy impact, there's still some risk. Even so, that risk is significantly lower than with many current battery technologies. If solid-state batteries can meaningfully reduce the chances of fires and explosions, they represent a major leap forward in EV safety and a big win for everyday drivers. So what's actually holding Toyota's solid-state batteries back? Right now, the biggest obstacle is manufacturing. Producing solid-state batteries is still extremely expensive, mainly because Toyota hasn't yet scaled up full mass production lines or unlocked truly efficient ways to cut costs. The technology itself is still in its early stages, and building solid-state cells at scale is far more complex than making today's lithium-ion batteries. Another major challenge is finding the right solid electrolyte, one that can conduct ions efficiently at room temperature while remaining stable and durable over time. While Toyota hasn't shared specific details yet, all signs point to solid-state batteries arriving in Toyota EVs as early as 2027.